my biggest advice is just to focus on. Hey guys, what's up? So welcome to the REG video. And the REG section of the CPA exams will test you on ethics and professional responsibilities related to tax practice and business law, as well as taxation for individual and business entities. So this section will test you on what you learned in your business law, your individual tax, and your business tax classes. So similar to FAR, the REG section of the CPA exams will also be easier. Yay! Everybody say yay with me. And it's going to be easier because some of the harder and more complex topics will be moving to the TCP discipline section. So you will still have to study it if you do choose to take TCP as your discipline section, but at least you're going to have an easier time on the REG exam. REG will only test you on the more routine stuff that you would see if you decided to pursue a career in tax. So some topics that are being moved from REG into TCP include property transactions, gift taxes, net operating losses, non-cash donations, consolidated tax returns, international tax, trust taxation, as well as section 1231, 1245, and 1250 transactions. And honestly, just saying that
gives me a headache
because I remember studying those topics and they were not easy. And again, there will also be more technology questions, as the AICPA said, that they will be sprinkling more technology questions throughout the entire CPA exam. So I think one of the good things about studying for REG is that everybody can relate to it. Whether you're pursuing a career in tax or not, everybody needs to file a tax return as an individual and as a business. So you can think of it as gaining more knowledge in tax and applying that to your own personal life, even if you don't decide to become a tax professional. In terms of the ethics and professional responsibilities related to tax practice that will be tested on the REG exam, from what I remember and based on my own personal experience, that section was not very hard. It was definitely a lot easier for me than the ethics section on the audit exam. So I wouldn't say just skim over that section, but don't spend the majority of your time studying for that, because at least I felt like the AICPA wasn't trying to trick me with that. What I would spend most of your time on is individual tax and the business entity tax, especially the business entity tax, because that is going to be the bulk of the exam. You will not be able to pass the exams without mastering business entity tax. And at least for me, that material was very, very difficult for me because I am just naturally not good at entity tax because it's not something that I can relate to. I liked individual tax because that's something that I could relate to. And I did take a business entity tax class in grad school, and that helped me a little bit with understanding the material for business tax for the CPA exam. But I would say that I had to do most of the learning, remembering, understanding of entity tax when I was studying for the CPA. So definitely understand the rules and regulations and the entire process for how individuals, C corporations, S corporations, sole proprietorships, how they would file their taxes. Also, I'm not sure if this is still a thing on REG. I'm pretty sure it is, but you probably need to look into this a little bit more. Any amount that is adjusted for inflation, you won't need to remember that number. They will give that to you on the exam. You just have to know how to use it. But any amount that is not adjusted for inflation, you will need to remember that amount. So for example, the standard deduction for individual tax on the Form 1040, that's adjusted for inflation. So you will not need to memorize that amount. They will give that to you on the exam. Also, if you do choose to take TCP as your discipline section, I recommend you take that right after you take REG. So then you can pass it more easily before you forget all that tax information. So I think that's all that I really have to say about REG. My biggest advice is just to focus on individual tax and business entity tax and really focus on practicing the simulations for that. But the REG section of the exams will be easier, so hopefully it won't be as painful as it used to be. And if you choose not to take TCP, you won't even have to worry about those harder tax topics. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm trying to reach some YouTube goals this year, and it would mean the world to me if you showed your support. Also, leave me a comment letting me know where you are in your CPA exam journey. I am wishing you the best. Good luck on your exams, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.